All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you with another lesson. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the 144,000 scattered across the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you. Alright, in today's lesson, we're going to go into prophecy, into all these, everything that's, you're seeing right now happen around the world. That's spoken about right here in 2nd Esdras, alright, chapter 15. And maybe if we got time, we'll go into the 16th verse. But we're gonna start in 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 1 on down, because there's a whole lot spoken about here that we're seeing right now. Okay, we're living in this time right now in 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. Lord willing, I'll make a part 2 and maybe a part 3, because to get all of it, it'll take a while. But I'm just gonna hit the main points. And but I do recommend, those of you out there who really are seeking the truth, and who really are being vigilant and circumspect. Vigilant means to be watchful. All right, so 2nd Esdras 15 and 16 is very good, because these two chapters right here go into exactly what we're seeing right now, and exactly what we're about to get into. So it's a good chapter to build your faith, for those of you who care about learning, because it's gonna help build your faith, because you're gonna know, all right, what's coming, so you know how to prepare. You see, you can prepare yourselves. So that's why those of us in the truth, we're preparing for this. We know the storm's coming. There's no escaping the storm. So what are we doing? We're putting our, we're getting gloves, we're getting our beanies, we're getting our jackets. We're getting ready. Hey, we may not make it, but we have faith and hope in the Lord. But we're getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Because the storm's coming. So we're like, all right, we're getting prepped up. In the spirit, so to speak. Because carnally, the Lord said that He's gonna take care of us. The Lord said He's gonna feed us, and He said, don't even worry about what you're gonna wear. Yeah, remember that. The Lord said that He's even going to don't even worry about where you're gonna wear, even what you're gonna say in that time. The Lord says, I got you. The thing is, the Lord says, just trust in me. And the Lord said, I got the rest. 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 1 on down. Speak thou in the ears of my people. So who's the Lord's people? They'll stop right there. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And you have the Israelite foreigners and the confusion of faces, those who look like the other nations, but they believe in the Lord, so they're Israelites. You can't just judge someone right away because they look like a heathen. What if that person's an Israelite? What if they believe in the Lord? See that? So you gotta remember, it's a spiritual thing. Speak thou in the ears of my people. So that's what the prophets are doing, giving, the people the message, and whoever can receive it, that's up to the Lord, because the prophets can't wake up nobody. The prophets just have the understanding of the scriptures and have the 100% truth. So when the word goes out, the angels in Yahweh Bashim Shai, they're the ones who actually wake people up. You see that? So, but by teaching the word, the hopeful elect, they hear it and they get woken up and they get sealed just by the word. Speak thou in the words of speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which prophecy, pro means before, fashe means to tell. So the prophets are giving you warning, sounding an alarm, telling you, all right, look, war's coming, famine's coming, economic collapse. All right, Trump's gonna crash that dollar, no doubt, no doubt. All right, that's right here on the horizon, very soon. Okay, remember, as soon as these elites make that shit mandatory, you can start the countdown. Pro means before, fashe means to tell. So the prophets are telling, the children of Israel what's going to happen, and the heathen and Edomites, because we're condemning them too. We're telling the children of Israel to repent, that the kingdom of heaven is for you, and that this is your book, and that, that you look like the Lord, all right, and vice versa. The Lord looks like you, because that's what our enemies, the heathens, the Edomites, don't want you so-called blacks and Latinos and Native Americans to know that you're a special and chosen people, that you are the sons and daughters of God. Literally, they want you just to think that, you're spick, tontos, they call us wetbacks, the N-word and all that, ninjas and all that. See, because they want us to just to feel that, that we're nothing, But once you start to feel that like that, and just say, well, yeah, I'm just black, I'm a nigga, then they got you, because they're like, yeah, that's right, because then you look up to them like they're superior. They're not. They're going to slavery. You see, remember, these leaders and elites, they play off your fear. The hell with them. Remember, they're clowns. They're not gods, and they're going to slavery. All right, they can't even do anything against the angels. So why are you gonna fear these clowns? All right, tell them sit down and go eat a cheeseburger. Sit down and eat your fucking curly fries. You cave dweller. Ain't no one scared of your red ass. Facts. So this is why the elect, you guys gotta have the Lord on your side. You gotta know the power that we serve. Remember that. All right. These elites can't do anything unless the Lord says so. Remember, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because the Lord is using the prophets to speak His word. Remember, the prophets are not out there teaching what they feel is right, what they think is right. Is there false prophets out there? Absolutely. But the true prophets are going to tell you exactly what the Lord is commanding and what the Lord wants and what the Lord is saying. See that? So, the prophets are not out there saying, we feel, God's all love, and I think, nah, see, because that don't go nowhere. I understand that's people's opinions, and that's cool and all, but you're not, you're just judging. Now you're in your emotions. Now you're in your feelings. Okay, you're judging emotionally. You're not judging according to logic, according to facts. It's like guessing. Let's say a motor. Let's say you borrow someone's car. You borrow a friend's car because for whatever reason, you're like, hey, you know what? Can I borrow your car? My car took a shit. Whatever. Okay. So let's say, for instance, your car. Okay. You borrow your friend's car, right? And let's say it takes diesel, but you didn't ask that person, what kind of fuel does it take, and you didn't even check it out. You just assumed, oh, you know what, it takes gas. What if you put gas in that diesel tank? You're gonna blow up that motor. You see, you're gonna blow up that engine. You see, because all you had to do is just call him, ask him, check the owner's manual. Shoot, just go on Google. See, hey, what type of fuel does this vehicle take? You know what I'm saying? So by you guessing, that's what a lot of you are doing, because you're doing it like that, so you didn't double check, you didn't ask, you didn't check the owner's manual, you didn't ask the owner of the car, hey, what type of is this gas or diesel? You just put gas in there because you knew Mr. Know-It-All, because you felt that it was gas. See, because a lot of people, you guys think that you're the shit out there, and you're not. And see, what's gonna happen now to your buddy's car is that now you're gonna blow his motor, because you assume that it was gas when that motor was diesel. See that? But all you had to do was read that owner's manual, because that owner manual is gonna tell you. The owner's manual is gonna tell you, all right, hey, look, it takes diesel, and what type of oil it takes. You see? But when you just guess, you're setting yourself up for failure, because you're assuming, because you're just guessing. You always want to double check. So that's where a lot of people are making their error. Okay? Because they're speaking like, I feel, what I think, and that's completely wrong right there. All right, and I understand, because people have their opinions. Not just putting people down, like, hey, just forget people. Just saying that you guys are, because you're judging wrong. You're judging emotionally. Now you're in your feelings, you're in your emotions, so you're not judging according to facts. See that? And this is why we're coming straight from the owner's manual. We're reading. Remember, we're out there on the streets teaching from the books. We're not out here just, teaching our own doctrine. Assuming like, well, we think that the Lord is gonna destroy America. No, we know. Okay, it says it right there. We're reading the owner's manual. We're reading the Bible. We're coming straight from the scriptures. You see, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. See, all right. So it's just like that owner's manual. That owner's manual is gonna tell you exactly what it is. That owner's manual is not gonna tell you that that car is gonna take diesel, and when it that owner's manual is not going to tell you that that car takes diesel when it really takes gas. All right, that owner's manual is there for a reason. It's going to tell you, all right, what it takes, what type of oil it takes, all that. You see, what type of engine it is. You see, it'll tell you like it's a 2.5 liter or a 3.5. It'll tell you. See, so same thing. But a lot of you out there, see, you're being lazy, so you're just assuming. So, you guys are in danger. You guys are in danger. Oh, absolutely, because that's the example, the parable that I can give for you guys, because that's what a lot of you guys are doing, like to your cars. You guys are just putting gasoline in a diesel motor, and it's gonna you're only gonna destroy yourself. You're only gonna destroy your engine. And you're not going to be able to go no more. You see? So you need that right fuel in order to move, in order to go. So that is why the teachers and prophets of Yahweh Bashim Shai give you the names of the Lord. Yahweh is the name of the Most High, and his name is Yahweh Shai, the name of the Messiah. It's very important because remember, that's the fuel. Okay, that's like first and foremost. When you repent, it's gonna take time because we all have slip-ups. We all make mistakes. But the thing is that because repenting is a process, because we've been lied to for a lot of years. I mean, come on, these elites lied to the whole world, so we're all coming out of it. Out of these false doctrines, these false religions. Because I was raised Catholic and Christian, so I had to come out of that. Come out of the world and all that, and I'm still fighting, I'm still working on myself, and I've been in the truth about 5 years, so repentance takes time, because you have to pretty much like unlearn everything that you learned, because we all been lied to, so it takes time, what I'm saying, and then you still gotta, deal with your priorities and everything else, it's a process, you see, so, when you first come into this thing, when you repent, first thing is you gotta know the name of the Lord. That's right off the top. The very first thing you gotta know is the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right, that's like not even having any fuel in your car. If you're just on E, if you're just on empty, and you have no fuel in your car, you're not gonna go anywhere. Okay, you gotta have some type of gasoline in your car. At least a little bit. At least put 2 gallons in there, something. See, but a lot of you guys, without the name, you're not even gonna have not even a quarter of a gallon, so you're not gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna move that car. Let's say your vehicle is just. Let's go back to that car again. Let's say that your vehicle is perfect, right? All right, and let's say, for instance, you don't put no gasoline in that car. All right. This is the thing. If you don't put no gasoline in that car, all right, you have to you got to understand that that car's not going to go anywhere. So same thing with you got to have the names, okay? Because if you don't have the names, you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to be right there, and you're going to be destroyed. So you got to have that fuel in your car in order to go. So this is why, first and foremost, you got to have those names. All right, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. It's very important. Second Esdras chapter 16 verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. All right, so yeah, don't let these non-believers, imaginations, people, call you evil, whatever. You become less popular. You become less popular because what? You're not down with the world no more. Because you serve the Lord. Who gives a damn about these people? They're all about to be destroyed. Okay, yeah, if they're being sincere and they're a help and they're helping you out, of course, be cool with them. But if they're, we're talking about scoffers, people who are hating on you. What do you think a hater's job is? Because they hate. So let them hate. They're doing their job because they're haters. So what do you think a hater's job is? Because they hate. Let them hate. So what? Because they're hating on you because what? You follow the Lord? So what? The hell? So what? Because you're only going to save your soul. That person right there, it's not going to end well for them. So don't even worry about it. Let not the incredulity of them. Incredulity means their non-belief. So just because they don't believe doesn't mean a damn thing. It doesn't mean that it's going to change anything. Because what? Kathy don't believe? All right, because Jessica don't believe. So, what? Now what? The Lord's not going to come because those two don't believe. Let's just stop for Kathy and Jessica. You see how ridiculous that is? All right, because remember, just because somebody don't believe, that's on them. And you don't even necessarily need to treat them bad and all that. If they want to get into a reasonable, debate or whatever. We don't even got time for that. But if they want to use the scriptures, then yeah. But if they're just coming out of their own mind, just keep it going. Because the fact that somebody that don't believe, it doesn't change anything. The angels are here. The ships are right here, and you can see that the Lord is mocking our enemies. All right, and that's another case right there. How the angels blew up SpaceX in midair. Where was Esau's Space Force? Where was the left-hand side? The Dukes of Edom, the Illuminati. Where's the Druids? All the wizards and warlocks, the witches. Where are they at? Okay, exactly. Because the Lord's saying, "Where you at? Where you at?" So the Lord's just showing you, I'm the power here. And our enemies can't do anything. They can do carnal things. To the Israelites. But to the Lord and the angels, they can't do anything. Just to show you who's superior. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee, that speak against thee. Right. So don't worry about these non-believers. Remember, what do you think a non-believer's job is? Because they don't believe. All right. Remember that. So a non-believer's job, what is their job? Because they don't believe, and they're doing their job fine. Just let them be. Don't if they're sincere and have a sincere question, and they really want to learn and repent, then yeah, just like the way you learn. All right, just like the way I learned. The brothers were patient with me. They didn't just push me to the side and say, "Hey, get this guy out of here." But of course, because I came humble. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to. It's both ways. Because someone's just being a smart ass and a hard head, then yeah, you can't work with that person because you didn't want to be around that person. But if someone's being humble, they're sincerely asking, they're sincerely fighting in the truth, then yeah, the Lord can work with them, and so can the prophets. Because all right, hey, this person's being diligent, that they're being sincere, they want to listen, they're taking notes. Okay, but if someone's just being stupid and just Mr. All Know It All, you can't even talk to that person. It goes nowhere. You see? All right, Second Esdras chapter 15 verse 4. Check it out. Check this out. Second Esdras chapter 15 verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Check that out. So it's not us. That's just the Lord saying that all, just like the time of Noah. Okay, whoever's not in that ark. So this time it's we're not really gonna be like in a boat. The elect are gonna go into the spaceships, but that's at the very end. But right now, what's important is that the elect are covered by the blood of Yahushua, the Messiah. Okay, so the elect, it doesn't matter where they're at or what they go through. The Lord's gonna make sure that they're all right at the end of the day. They may not have that much, but the Lord is gonna sustain them with their daily bread. They're gonna be fine. And as these times that we're approaching, martial law, the famine, the shutdowns, and all that, the elect are gonna be just fine. Okay, the elect are gonna shine in that day. Okay, but the 2/3, man, they're really gonna go through holy hell. They're really going to eat each other. Okay, these people out here are literally, we just gotta go raw with it. They're really gonna be killing each other out here, and those are facts. You see, so that's something that you have to really consider. So people who are not, you know, in that ark, whoever's not covered by the blood of Yahushua, you're just gonna see terrible, horrible things happen to them. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring, so the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. So the Lord's bringing the plagues. The Lord's bringing the destruction. All right. The sword. All right. Meaning, you know, the gun, whatever. Okay. Soldier, militia, sleeper cell, famine. Okay. That's starvation. All right. That's starvation. Okay. That's starvation, whatever. All right. Death and destruction. Okay. Death and destruction, because the Lord is bringing, yeah, you know, death and destruction across the four corners of the earth. Verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. So it's time. Basically, you know, the Lord and the angels had enough. You know, they're saying that's it. It's go time. It's time to judge this place. Just like what happened when Lot left Sodom and Gomorrah. What happened? Okay, those angels, you know, got busy on that place. Okay, you know, the angels rained fire and brimstone on that place. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore said the Lord. Verse 8, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. So the Lord says, that's it. You know, I'm going to start bringing harsh judgments. All right, and you'll see more and more as, you know, each day goes on, because the Lord is going to be judging people horrifically out here. It's literally going to be like Final Destination out here. Very bad, you know, beyond comprehension, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and said, the souls of the just complain continually. See that? So, yeah, those people who were slain, you know, a lot of these babies are like being sacrificed and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff happening, you know, around the world, you know, like child trafficking, organ harvesting. There's a lot of stuff happening. So a lot of those souls are complaining to the Lord, like, yo, you know, it's these Edomites, you know, it's these witches and warlocks that are doing it. So the Lord's had enough, you know. So now the Lord's gonna sacrifice them. Yeah, you know, because they had their fun for a little while, but now they got to pay for that tab. And therefore said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, I will surely avenge them. See that? So the Lord has the elect's back. Okay, the Lord's saying, I will surely avenge them. So the Lord said, I'm coming. Don't worry about these clowns. The Lord's saying, I got them. Don't worry about them. You know, just focus on your work. You know, just focus on your walk. Take care of your priorities. You know, make sure things are straight. You know, get your house in order, because we're about to enter the Passat. All right, it's a very heavy time, and that's it. Just put your faith and trust in the Lord, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. See that? Because those who are trusting in Esau, this new world order, okay, they're literally getting ready to be slaughtered out here. Yeah, right now they may be having, you know, a nice car and, you know, have the goodies and all that, but that don't mean anything. Okay, that don't mean a damn thing. These elites, remember, these top elites, they're going underground because they're afraid. They see the spaceships. They know, like, damn, and what's going underground gonna do? You know, the angels are gonna catch up with them real soon and hunt them down. See that? Here's something you gotta understand. So, you know, just because they go underground and they have androids and super soldiers protecting them down there, that don't mean a damn thing. You know, that don't mean a damn thing. The angels in the 144,000 and Yahushai, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, are going to run through all of them. That's easy work. That's playtime. You kidding me or what? Are you kidding me or what, man? Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. So Esau is leading all of our people to the slaughter. They're all about to be destroyed. Because number one, they're leaving our power. You know, they don't believe. That's the worst thing you can do. All right? It's better to double-cross Esau, hell with his ass, Yeah, you may get in trouble or whatever here in the world, but it's, don't double cross the Lord. All right, and that's facts. How with Esau's ass? That's something that you gotta understand. I will not, uh, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. See, that's, yeah, because the Lord is gonna bring his elect out of America. Verse 11, 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand. So that's Yahushua, because Yahushua, remember, he's gonna gather his elect by the angels and by those spaceships, the so-called UFOs, the so-called UAPs, and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, Akim and Akwath, because the Lord's about to plague America and the world with plagues as he did in ancient Egypt. Remember, the Lord's going to start taking people's children. The Lord's going to start starving people out, giving them plagues. All right, because not just the elites who are going to bring more pestilence and all that. Remember, the Lord got his plagues that are far worse. He'll plague your mind. He'll actually have you commit suicide. The Lord can do a lot, way more than these elites. Just look at how much these Edomites can do with these scientists, with their jabs and all that. They could put nanotech inside you and all that. Yeah, that's little stuff. The Lord only gave them a little bit to play with. Imagine the Lord, the angels, what they can do to you is far worse, far worse. It's too scary to even think about. So that's number one. You do not want to forsake the Lord. Because once you're on the Lord's bad side, that's it. There ain't, you can't. Who are you gonna run to? Esau's bitch ass is going to slavery. He can't even save himself. These elites, all these militaries out here, they're all going down. Facts. It don't matter what they do. They can all join forces. It don't mean a damn thing. Yahushua is gonna whoop all their asses and the angels. It don't matter what they do. It's all just a waste of time and waste of energy. Just because they're joining forces in the community or together, they're nothing. You gotta remember, we're surrounded by queers and fruitcakes. All right, the angels are about to slaughter them. Okay, the Lord don't care what they say. If they're joining forces, what is this? What is this, elementary? The Lord don't care about that. The Lord's about to lay everybody down out here. Whoever's not down with the Lord's gonna lay you down. Facts. Remember, the Lord's looking at our enemies and laughing. You gotta remember that. Look what he did to SpaceX. Okay, the Lord's right now laughing like, what's up, E? What are you gonna do about it? See, the Lord's laughing at Esau. He's mocking you. See, because you guys said that, we can make God as mad as we want. See that? The Lord just, because that was Elon Musk, that ship, SpaceX and all that. The Lord's just mocking these clowns. And the hell with Elon Musk. His bitch ass is going to slavery too. And Donald Trump. Facts. All these Edomites, all right, and elites, they're all going to slavery. I don't give a damn what they say. How many executive orders they sign? That's just a piece of paper. Remember, there's no team out here, no military intelligence that has any gun, any weapon that can take down the Lord or his angels. So why fear? They can't do anything. Yeah, they can talk shit all they want, but that's all they can do. They can't take the angels out. That's why the Lord's up there just laughing at them like, look at these clowns. They think they're all that in a bag of chips. Remember, the Lord is going to start mocking our enemies now. You just got to watch the show. Let the Lord work. Behold, I will, 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 11. Behold, I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So how is the Lord going to destroy all the land? By first using Putin, Russia, to fire off those ICBMs over here to America. That's what you gotta understand. All right, this is what you gotta understand. It's a very, very serious prophecy. Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High Yahweh shall bring upon it. Right, it's because America's foundations are crumbling. All right, number one, Americans are divided. A lot of people say, well, I like Trump, and a lot of people say, well, I don't like Trump. So there's a great division here in America because people don't see eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? People don't see eye to eye, so there's a great division here. All right. Number two, America is starting wars with all these nations and militaries around the world. Number three, not only is America, making a lot of enemies, your European allies, okay, the America's European allies in NATO are starting to hate America. All right, so it's a very big ordeal. You'll see that little by little, as each day goes by, each move that Trump makes. Remember, the Lord is countering them. Remember, this is chess, it's not checkers. So these elites may think like, oh yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that, but every time these devils turn around, they got another enemy. Another enemy is coming against America. Iran says that now that they have nukes that are unstoppable, that America's gonna burn. You see, you know, uh, China can't wait. China can't wait to get up in here. All right, they have sleeper cells. They have millions of sleeper cells already up in here. All right, Russia, you kidding me? They can't wait either. North Korea, they already said they're coming for America. All right, now you got NATO too. See, so remember, each time these devils move, the Lord moves two more times on them and brings more enemies on them. Remember, our enemies are in quicksand. All right, to the naked eye, you may think, oh yeah, no, they're on top, they're running things. Remember, they're drowning. They're not going anywhere. And plus, the world is surrounding them more and more and more. They're losing more of their power. Their foundations is crumbling more and more. Remember, every time they move, it's like in quicksand. They're sinking more and more because their foundations are breaking up. Because look at America. America's divided all the way from the leaders, all the way to families, to their households. Okay, so Americans are divided. That's why in Saint Matthew it says, if Satan cast out Satan, not talking about the left hand angel, it's talking about the Edomites, the so-called white man. All right, because they're divided against themselves, even in America. Okay, you got American patriots who are like, hey, forget this. This is not fair. Because now they're saying like, what, we should have never voted for Trump. Like they don't know too much about what's going on. They haven't went too deep down the rabbit hole, so they don't really know this place is a corporation ran by the bankers. But because they really feel that their vote, counts and stuff. But that's all right, because not everybody's deep in this thing, But they're really mad because they're mad at Trump. Like, man, what the hell, Trump stopping all this aid, all this federal aid, all this disability and all that. So these people, they're starting to get mad. Like, dang, man. They're like, man, these people are just like, they're getting, yeah, they're very upset. They're very upset because once again, that's Americans versus Americans. You see? So this is what you have to understand. So they're getting very upset with each other. All right. So and then too, you got America's European allies that are just like, man, they're just European allies. Yeah, they're just they're turning against America as well. So let's continue. Second Esdras, chapter 15 and verse. Okay, let's go to verse 13. Second Esdras chapter 15, verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail with a fearful consolation. Because the world's gonna start to see, like, the angels put people down out here. They're gonna see, fearful sights. Woe, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Right, because once again, it's the world, not just the United States. It's the UK, China. The Lord's coming to judge the whole world. So Esdras saw this, So Esdras saw this. Esdras was like, man, like, damn, man, woe to the world. Because Esdras saw that all this destruction, bad stuff happening, you see? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. See that? So this is what you got to understand. What swords in their hands? Because one people shall stand up to fight against another. What's that mean? Division, civil war. See? And swords in their hands, meaning the sword, the gun, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. See that? Because people are going to go house to house. You know, all these people right now who are comfortable in their homes and, oh yeah, you know, we got a nice house in the suburbs and all that. People are going to drag you out of your house and your family real soon. Okay, people are going to be invading one another. Why? Because these elites, all right, are going to cut off the food supply, the power, you know, put these cities under martial law. It's going to be a total war zone out here, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. You know, and that's very soon, very, very soon. Because these elites want to bring that new world order through chaos. You know, and they had the green light from the Lord to do it. You know, and we're waiting for them to do it too. We don't give a damn about if the society collapse. You know, because you know, we follow the Lord. You know, we don't care about Esau or his kingdom. You think we can give two shits if Putin presses the button and destroys America? All right, we'll laugh. Or vice versa. Or if America destroys Russia, we don't give a shit. They're our enemies. They're both Edomites. We don't give a shit. We can give two shits. You know, this is something that this is why we're laughing, because the Israelites, we don't have a part in that. And the ICBMs, because who has ICBMs? The Edomites and the heathens. You guys are getting ready to destroy each other. See, so we can care less. You know, so we're just watching the show. You know, we're watching the Lord have these nations come up against each other, and that's pretty funny. You know, watching these heathens get mad and throw rockets on each other, it's the funniest thing to watch. You know, because at the end of the day, you guys are enemies. So we're finally watching you guys destroy each other, getting all mad. You know, that shit is funny. You know, and you guys are throwing rockets on each other, blowing each other up. You know, like, oh, I'll show you. No, I'll show you. You know, you heathens are so retarded and goofy that, you know, we just laugh. We just laugh at you clowns. Because the Lord gave you guys technology now that is so advanced that you guys can't control it. And you guys are going to destroy each other. And all we got to do is just sit back and watch the show. You know? Because remember, this is it's your kingdom, Esau. So when this place gets nuked, we're not going to be sad. We're going to be rejoicing. We can give two shits about this place. You know? So if this place gets nuked, we can give two shits. You know? We're hoping for it. You know? We're actually waiting for it. You know, that's the thing that the believers of the Lord, we're waiting for the shutdowns. You know, we're telling these elites, hurry up, you know? The hell, what's the hold up? You know, shut this bad boy down. You know, because remember out there, Akim and Akwath, that the elect, you guys, and Lord willing, I'm part of that number too. We don't need Esau. We don't need his FRNs. We don't need these grocery stores and all that. When that time happens, the Lord's going to provide with the angels. You got to really understand that. This is why your faith has to be solid. You got to be solid. It got to be solid, baby. You got to be on point. You see? Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So what does this mean? That people are going to be invading one another? Remember, because the food supply is all about to be cut off. All right, because these elites they have an orchestrated famine coming. You know, it's it's like organized crime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, you know, they're about to bring it. Remember, these elites control everything. Remember the first pandemic, how they shut down the whole world? So they're going to shut down this place. That's easy work. All they got to do is hit the switch, because they control everything. The food supply, the power, the water, they control everything. That's the difference. See, so all they got to do is just, hey, shut it down. That's it. Just shut it down. They don't got to do much. They don't got to say, all right, we're coming for you. They don't got to do that. All they got to do is shut off the food supply, you know, stop the trucks from running, you know, shut down the ports, and the majority of people out here are fucked. Excuse my Italian, you know, because if you're not covered by the Lord, the people out here depend on these grocery stores, those FRNs. You see? You know? So, you know, the people are about to be in shambles, quick, fast, and in a hurry, Slurry. Alright, why? Because these elites now have control of everything. Why? Because nobody cared, you know? Everybody was just like, well, as long as I got my check, I'm good, you know? So these elites in the background, they've been doing, whatever they want this whole time, because no one thought about overthrowing these clowns. So now they have the people completely surrounded, and they control everything, you know. So it doesn't matter if someone protests. That's why the elites don't have to like literally like get mad, and they don't have to come up and say, "Oh, we're gonna get you guys." They don't have to do that. Why? Because they control everything. They don't have to get like that. All they gotta do is just, all right, just shut everything down. Fuck it. And people will kill each other, because if they have no food, what are they gonna do? They're gonna have no choice but to go on the hunt. Yep, that's right. It's gonna be like that movie Purge out here, like for real, but not just for one night. It's gonna be like for real, like for real, like for real. And we can't wait too, because that's the judgment on the Lord. The Lord says, "In death and destruction we shall laugh," because that's for you simpletons who don't believe. You know, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. See that? And they shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, so what is that talking about? Okay, this is talking about all right, because it's gonna get so bad out here. Another example. Remember when that first pandemic happened, and they told you, all right, stay in your houses, but then people like they stood in the houses for a little bit, and then they couldn't stand it for a while. They're kind of like losing. Remember the celebrities? They're losing their minds. Man, they're in a $1 million house saying, "Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself." Man, they got all kinds of food and all kinds, a swimming pool, a Ferrari, and they didn't know what to do with themselves. What kind of shit is that? Just to show you that these people are really low, Without that fame and, attention, these people are nothing. Because those people who sold their soul, that just shows you, what does all that cooning and fooling around get you? Nowhere. Because those riches are of Satan are vanity. It's wicked. It's good for nothing. It rusts. It's no bueno. There's no value into that. You see? Us, the men and women of the Lord, we were chilling. We didn't have much, but we're cool. We're rejoicing. We can give a damn. Because we don't need much. Because we have the Lord. So we're chill regardless of the situation, because we know what it is already. So remember when the government told people to stay inside their houses? Remember that? Okay, so when that happens, again. All right, in this time that we're going to enter martial law, this next upcoming pandemic, it's going to be a catastrophe. It's going to be crazy. People, they're not going to listen no more to the government. Not just because they just don't agree with them, but because they're going to run out of food. They're going to run out of supplies. Remember, this time, there's going to be soldiers out here, tanks out here in the street. There's going to be martial law. There's going to be no more food in these grocery stores. You're going to see people actually gunning people down here on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a whole different ball game. So people are going to take matters in their own hands. So that's what it means. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, because that means their government, like their city councils, their governors, whatever, okay, their mayors, they're not gonna listen to them no more, because the city mayor might say, "Hey, stay in your houses. Let's just wait, until this blows over." A lot of people say, "Well, I can't, because I ran out of food," and the government may say, okay, I don't know the case exactly, but they may say, "Oh, aid's coming, help is coming," but people are gonna be running out of food, and help's not gonna come. You gotta remember that. All right, these elites plan on taking out a lot of people by famine, pestilence, however. Remember, they're going to starve out a lot of people. Just tell people, "Oh yeah, help's coming," but it's not going to come. So people are going to have to hit the streets. But remember, it's not just going to be like, "Oh, all right, honey, take care of the kids. I'll be right back. Take care of the children." What you got to understand is that when you go out there to look for food, there's going to be grade A hunters out there. All right, because you got militias here, sleeper cells. They're waiting for the shutdowns, because you got hunters out there. Okay, yeah, you have hunters out there. Yeah, that's right, on the left-hand side, But the elect don't have to worry about that, because they can't get past the angels. All right, no matter the best assassin, the best hunters out there on the left-hand side, they can't beat the angels. Facts. The angels will beat them down with a smile, and laugh at them. But they could get their hands on the non-elect. So remember, when you go out there, looking for food or whatever, you're not gonna be the remember. You're not gonna be the only one looking for food. There's gonna be a lot more people like you that is gonna run out of food. So it's gonna be kill or be killed. You know, every last man standing, survival to the finish. Only the strong survive. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it means. In the course of their actions shall stand their power. Right, because they're going to take matters in their own hands. Remember how when Texas was about to break off and, fight against America, the government, remember that? Okay, that's what same deal, because they're going to be like, hey, there's no help coming. This is messed up. Remember, and they're about to go on their own. That's going to happen in a very real way. Okay, people are going to say, well, we can't listen to the government because there's no help coming. People are dying. We're running out of food. Like, we got to, team up and we got to go get it how we live. We got to do something. So that's what that means. That the course of their actions shall stand their power. You see? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right. Damn right. Because right here, 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So what is that? This is major. This has a major part to do with it. That is, ladies and gentlemen, martial law. When these elites, put these cities under militarized zones. Nobody in, nobody out. You know what I'm saying? So people will be like, because let's say you're working at least 20 miles from home and they declare martial law, you may not even be able to get back home. You're just going to be stuck out there. Can you imagine? So when these shutdowns happen and martial law is declared, they're not going to tell you what day and what hour so you can get prep. Imagine if you're at work. Imagine if you're at vacation and you can't even come back home and you're out there. That's it. That's where you're going to have to make your legacy. Remember, this ain't no small thing of, all right, it's going to be a quick civil war and, let's duke it out real quick and martial law is only going to happen. No, once it begins, that's it. It's just going to get worse from there until the Lord gets here. Once it's on, it's on. You got to remember, you got to understand that. It's not, oh, wait a minute, I wasn't ready. Nah. That's what you got to understand. Okay, it ain't no, you can't tell the enemy, hold on, time out real quick, Let me stretch. Let me stretch. So this is what you have to understand. It's a lot of people won't even make it back home because, in today's economy, how many people, drive at least 20 miles to work, at least. That's the average of us, you know what I'm saying? So who knows if you're at work, if you're, let's say let's say you even just enjoying the day out, you're going to the beach with your family and they declare martial law, you won't even be able to get back home because you're going to have tanks and soldiers and all that. So a lot of people are going to shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So a lot of people are not going to be able to go into a city. Because why? Why is that? Because of martial law. So a lot of people may not even be able to get back to their houses, or vice versa. Let's say if they want to go into another city to pick up their children, from school or whatever, they're not going to be able to. Imagine that. So a lot of people are going to be separated from their families too. Yeah, it's a very serious ordeal. Or let's just say that you're just trying to get the hell out of that city because everybody's killing each other. You're not going to be able to leave because they're going to have it with tanks, militarized zones, baby. You can't pass that barricade or that blockage without military clearance. Yeah. Verse 18, because of their pride the city shall be troubled and the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. See that? Because people's pride. So this is remember, the Lord hates pride. So the Lord is going to bring these cities down, make them waste. So how are they going to be troubled? By these militias, these UN troops, these sleeper cells being, activated. You see, the houses shall be destroyed. See, because right now people are in their houses, comfortable and all that. They got the fireplace on. They got their Wi-Fi, their PlayStation going, their Xbox. They got their iPads. Their houses are about to be destroyed because soldiers and people are going to go house to house, and drag people out of their houses. Remember, that time of the purge, people were going inside people's houses, just to survive. But then you had soldiers, militias clearing out buildings. Yeah, because you're going to have militaries out here clearing out buildings, clearing out neighborhoods. You know, so that's the thing. You gotta get ready to get very uncomfortable. Remember that. And men shall be afraid. So, not talking down on the women, because you got strong women out there. But if men are gonna be afraid, how much more women and children? See that? And remember, you're not just gonna have just typical people out here where it's just your local neighborhood people who you have to fight against. Remember, you're gonna have soldiers out here, super soldiers, drones, robot dogs, androids. You're gonna have a lot out here that you gotta fight against. It's not just, all right, well, we gotta fight against, our neighbors. I think I can take them. I think I can take Chad. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like that, because remember, there's a lot of you got clones out here. You got drones, you got sleeper cells, UN troops, you got all kinds of teams out here. Don't even get me started. So there's a lot of remember, and then there's a lot of hunters that are working for the New World Order. So they're going to be trying to hunt people down. You got teams out here, yeah. Remember that. So remember, you got teams that are waiting for the collapse too, but not just to try to survive, to actually get people when it's time to actually hunt them down. Remember, like the purge, you had like those militias. What were they doing? They weren't afraid, like, oh damn, it's a lockdown, let's try to survive and be safe. No, they were gunning people down, just because it's not going to be no rules. It's going to be lawless out here. So the so-called white man, shit, that's like going to Disneyland for the so-called white man. He's looking at the so-called white man right now. These militias on the left-hand side, they're licking their chops. That's like going to Disneyland for them. They're just licking their chops. They can't wait to spray you people down. Facts. Just like in the purge. These militias, were they all afraid? No, they're out here gunning people down for fun. That's exactly what Esau is going to be doing. Remember that. So it's not just, oh, let's try to survive and wait till it all blows over. No, you're going to have militias and militaries and teams out here dragging you and your families out in your houses, putting you guys to death right there if you're not covered by the Lord. Remember that. But also remember, there's the flip side. The elect, the angels will protect you. Remember that, because remember, the baddest hunter out there, the baddest assassin on the left-hand side, they can't beat the angels. That's something that you gotta understand. So just be calm to the elect. But to everybody else, it's open season. All right, but for the elect, just be still. The Lord and the angels got you. All right, don't worry about our enemies. All right, facts. Don't matter how mad or what they say, they ain't gonna do a damn thing. All right, just be still. All right, but for the non-elect, yeah, you have to worry about all that. Okay. Second Esdras chapter, last precept, 15 verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Right, because nobody's gonna care about their neighbors. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna be like, man, they don't give a damn, because they're gonna be like, well, I'm sorry, Steven, but I need that because I gotta feed my daughter. People are gonna get very cutthroat. People may be good neighbors right now, but when the society collapses, which is very soon, okay, your best neighbor is gonna be your worst enemy, because if you guys are not part of like a team that's part of the end days, so to speak, doomsday. Your best neighbor is going to be your worst enemy, because he or she knows exactly what you got. They know if you're a prepper, okay, you got this, you got supplies, you got ammo, you got water. They know, because you neighbors, you guys talk among each other. See, they go inside your guys' garages on birthday parties and stuff like that. They know what you guys got. See that? So when all hope fails, all they can do is just count the cost. Okay, all right, can we go to the grocery stores? No, it's already been ransacked. The grocery stores are on fire. The shelves are empty. Okay, because all they can do is go through their options. Okay, what can we do? It's pure survival mode. Okay, we can't leave the city because it's under martial law. Okay, well, all right, so how much food do we have in our house? 3 days worth. All right, so where else can we do it? Well, the liquor stores are already ransacked. The 7-Elevens are already ransacked. Because families are going to talk about each other. Like, okay, well, what can we do? All right, you know what? Well, who has food that you guys know? Okay, because so your mom's going to talk, your dad's going to talk, even your sons and daughters. Well, oh, I have a friend over here that lives on this street. Let's go talk to them. Let's see if they can help, So, but when you go over there, your neighbors are going to be like, no, take one. You ain't coming inside my house because I only have enough for my family. So neighbors are actually going to kill each other. because all you're gonna do is go through your options in that day. Because what can you do? All right, well, we can't leave the city. Shit, we can't go to Arizona. We can't go to Texas. All right, so all right, we got tanks blocking our city. Okay, so we're stuck in here. All right, okay, so you have to just run through your options. All right, so how much food do we got? You go through it. Okay, we got 3 to 5 days left. Okay, what's your next options? Okay, who do you know? You go. The whole family's gonna be talking. Like, okay, who do you know? All right, well, I got this neighbor here, and I know them, and I know Chris over there, and I know Jennifer over there. See, so they're gonna go to their options. Remember that. These neighbors, they're gonna go to who they know. Because what else are they gonna do besides go through their options? After that, what can they do? It's pure survival mode. Remember that. Because when everything's shut down, people just have to go through their options. Okay, well, what can we do? What do we got? Where can we go? Who do you know? That's it. That's the only thing that's gonna be going through their minds. Well, how can I survive? All right, the government's not helping us. There's no help coming. Okay, we gotta take matters in our own hands. Okay, who do you know? What do you got? That's how it's gonna be. Yeah. That's for the non-elect. Okay. But those of you that are covered by the elect, remember, Yahweh Shem Shine, the angels have you guys covered. You guys have better insurance than Allstate. Just remain calm. Just remain calm. All right. Just be still. The Lord and the angels have your guys' back. Remember that. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. All right, like we just explained. Okay, but shall destroy their houses. See, because they're gonna destroy. These neighbors are like, well, I'm sorry, Jennifer, but I need that. See, because at that day it's gonna be every man for themselves. Survival to the finish. Only the strong survive. But shall destroy their houses with the sword, the gun, machete, a grenade, whatever the people got. Bow and arrows, knives. Yeah, facts. People gonna have baseball bats. You're gonna need to grab whatever you need to survive. All right. You ever seen that movie, Shaun of the Dead? All right. What were they trying to do? All right. That movie, Shaun of the Dead. What were they trying to do? They were just trying to survive, right? And what did they grab? They just grabbed anything they could find. Because if you don't have a gun, what can you do? All right. Well, let's just grab this axe. Shit. Let's grab this baseball bat. Let's grab this. Let's grab an iron bar. Grab something. A screwdriver. So everybody's gonna have weapons in their hands. Because right now, those who are not part of the elect, okay, some people don't like weapons, but trust and believe. Once they start to see how people are getting killed out here, they're gonna grab some type of weapon. Even grandma, even grandpa. Facts. Because after you guys see, because war brings reality. Because people are comfortable right now because America hasn't really seen people like urban warfare. Americans haven't seen people being slaughtered right in front of their eyes. Okay, you may see a few deaths here and there, like these gangs destroy each other, but imagine the whole city going at it. Once you start to see how the noise of when people scream for their lives and die, then in that day, everyone's gonna grab some type of weapon. Even, your daughters, your sons, everyone's gonna have something. Because you're gonna be like, damn, we can't get taken out like that. Because it's horrible. The way people are gonna get taken out. Because remember, people are gonna be fighting for their lives. It's not just a street fight, like, all right, hey, you got me, okay, my nose is broken a little bit. No. You're gonna be hearing screams and cries, people getting tortured, women getting raped. It's a very, very terrible time that we're entering. So everybody's gonna have some type of weapon. Who's not part of the elect. Because right now, remember, they may be saying, oh yeah, we don't need no weapons, we're good. Just watch. Because you Americans are not used to seeing people being slaughtered in front of you. Once you start to see that, everyone in that house is gonna grab a weapon. Something, because you're gonna be like, damn. Because once you start to see how people are brutally slaughtered and their screams, you're gonna it's gonna make people cry, but they're gonna be so scared they're gonna grab something like, well, shit, I got at least fight, because I can't get taken out like that. Like, damn. See, people are comfortable right now because, America produces fruitcakes, and cream puffs. You see, so they're not really ready for that. So that's why they think, oh no, we're fine. I got my Wi-Fi, I got my Burger King, you know, I'm fine. They're not. Okay, those who are not prepared, they're gonna be brutally slaughtered out here. Just like a couple scriptures up told us, people are literally about to be slaughtered before your eyes. Yeah, and Americans are not used to that because war hasn't really happened in American soil since like the Civil War. You know, like at the around 1860. You know, so this is what you gotta understand. It's a very serious time. You know, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, the gun, whatever, and spoil their goods. So yeah, because people are gonna go house to house saying, "I need that food. I need your can of beans, your can of spam, your can of spam." All right, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? It's a very serious time. People are even gonna take children. People are gonna take people. Remember, it's gonna be so bad out here that people are actually gonna eat people because not only are people going to be looking for food, but the food and your basic essentials are going to be so scarce. That means that there's going to be such a low supply that people are going to become food. People are actually going to be eating people out here because it's going to be that bad, and then some. Because remember, the angels are out here, the demons, there's a lot out here. All right, you know, and who gives a damn what the non-believers don't say? The Lord said, "I'm bringing it." You know, that's why you think like the left-hand side, they're rolling the way they are. The Lord said, go ahead. Because remember, Esau is the sword of the Lord on the left-hand side. So they got a full green light. You know? Facts. Because of the lack of bread. See that? Because of their goods, their basic essentials to survive. People, remember, people may be looking for medical supplies, medicine. All right? How many people out there need power just to survive? So you're going to see a lot of family members just die right in front of you because you're not going to have electricity. A lot of people need electricity. You know, a lot of people need, how many people need services, medication, all that. Remember, all that's going to be cut off. So people are going to be bugging the heck out here because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. See that? So great tribulation because of a bad time out here. Okay, because of a bad time out here. So this is what you gotta understand. All right, because it's gonna be a very bad time out here. You see? So this is why the Lord is telling us in this chapter right here. So that was pretty much it. You know, I hit the point. You know, with that concludes today's lesson on serious times are approaching. So with that, on your feet, soldier. Stay patient. Shalom.